Good morning, readers, writers, and spellers. It's Mrs. Lederer here again with you. This week we are going to be reviewing the OO and OW and OU spellings for the sounds and ow. So please read along with me while we read and observe the words in line 1. Here we go. Wood, hoof, brook, and overlook. This kind of wood is what comes from a tree. Hoof is the foot part of some animals like deer and cows. A brook is a small stream. And overlook is a compound word. An overlook is a spot where you can turn off on the highway and have a look at some beautiful scenery. Or it can mean to look over something. So overlook does use the two words that make it up to define itself. Now let's read the words in line 2. Spout, counter, flower, and flower. A spout is an opening, like a water spout where water comes out of your faucet. Okay, that's a spout. Counter is a counter like in your kitchen, a place that's flat where you work. This kind of flour is made from a grain or something that's ground up to be baked with or used in cooking. And this kind of flour with OW is a flower that we enjoy looking at and smelling, like a daisy. Okay, third line. Allowed, allowed, browse, and browse. I'm sorry, you cannot see the end of this word, browse, but it's B-R-O-W-S-E. Now, you probably noticed something about these words. These are pairs of homophones. They have the same sound, they are spelled differently, and they mean different things. This aloud means what I say to you, to read out loud or aloud. This allowed means you were permitted to do something, like you were allowed to ride your bike after you did your work. This browse is like your eyebrows, okay? And this browse is to look through, like you go into a store and you browse and look for a new PS4 game or something like that. Okay, let's read the words in line 4. Bow or bow, sow or sow, ground, and flounder. I'm sorry, you cannot see the ER at the end of this, but it's flounder. Now, there's something special about these words. These words are homographs, and I'm going to talk more about these words in tomorrow's lessons, but let me just go over them with you. Homographs are different than homophones. Homographs are words that are spelled the same way, but they're read differently, they sound different, and they mean different things too. So, BOW as a bow is like a bow on a present or in your hair. To bow down means to go like this, to bow. SOW, sow, means to plant seeds and to hope they grow. A sow is a pig. It's another name for a pig. The word ground is spelled the same, but means two different things, just like sow, sow, bow, bow. Except we say it ground both times. Ground is the grass or the pavement that our feet is on. And to ground something means to make it into smaller pieces. Okay, finally, flounder could be a type of fish, or to flounder means to make a mistake. Okay, you did a really good job. We're going to talk more about homographs tomorrow. They are important because you can use these words in different kinds of sentences, and you want to make sure that you understand how you read them once you use them. Okay? Now let's look at our sentences. Our sentences, of course, have our new high frequency words that you learned about on the slide before you clicked on this link. Let's look at sentence number 1. Howard took a picture of the crowded street and the parade route. Clearly, in this sentence, picture, the high frequency word picture, is used as a noun. Okay, he took a picture of the crowded street. Now let's read line 2. Sam shouted at the fowl to shoo them out of the pond full of foul water. Wow, this is a tricky one. Sam, a young man, shouted at the fowl, F-O-W-L, which means some kind of bird, to shoo them out of the pond full. Full is one of our high frequency words, which means up to capacity, of foul, which means sticky, sticky water. Now, these are our words and our sentences for this week that we are using to review the and the ow sounding and spellings. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great week of learning. Bye-bye.